Peace, gratitude, and highest harmony. Welcome to the live reading of How to Keep Your Heart Healthy and Free by Paul C. Bragg and Patricia Bragg. Thank you guys for being here. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. We pick up at page 88 at the bottom. The myth of the salt lick. Is a low salt diet a deficient diet? Don't we need plenty of salt in our diets to keep us in top physical condition? This is a popular notion, but is it true? People will tell you that animals will travel for miles to visit the so called salt licks. I investigated the salt licks where wild forest animals congregated from miles around to lick the soil. Although all these sites were known as salt licks, the one chemical property they all had in common was complete absence of sodium chloride, which is common salt. There was absolutely no organic or inorganic sodium at the salt licks, but they had an abundance of many organic minerals and nutrients which the animals craved. Salt is not essential to life. It is frequently claimed that salt is essential for the support of life. However, there is no information available to substantiate this viewpoint. The truth is that entire races, primitive peoples, use absolutely no salt today and have not used it throughout their entire history. If salt were essential to life, these races would have become extinct long ago. The fact that they are not only alive, but have far better health than other races would seem to indicate that the supposed necessity of salt is a commercially inspired invention or merely a product of the imagination. Salt is not necessary to combat heat. There has been a great deal of propaganda in recent years about using salt in hot weather. The claim is made that the body loses much salt in perspiration, and that this loss must be compensated for by consuming additional amounts of salt. Otherwise, supposedly great weaknesses and inability to continue normal activities will result. Hence, factory workers are advised to take salt tablets in hot weather. I have seen many factory workers take these salt tablets, and I have also seen many of them become quite ill afterward. The most toxic reactions frequently follow the use of salt tablets. Vomiting and indigestion appear to be the most common after effects, and so far as enabling one to stand the heat better is concerned, it is not agreed that salt tablets do this. I have repudiated this salt for hot weather superstition many times. I have a home on a great colorful Colorado desert of California, and from the 1st of June until the 1st of October, we have continuous blazing heat of from 110 degrees to sometimes 130 degrees, but I never use salt. And I issue a standing challenge that I can outdo any man alive in endurance tests, even in the desert heat. I will let them use all the salt tablets he desires, and I will use absolutely no salt. And I know from experience in the desert that I will defeat him in any test of endurance. Peace, peace, gratitude, highest heart love. Thank you. We are reading live on YouTube. What does salt, what salt does to your stomach? An important objection to salt is that is the fact that it interferes with the normal digestion of food. Pepsin, an enzyme found in the hydrochloric acid of the stomach, is essential for the digestion of proteins. When salt is used, only 50% as much pepsin is secreted as would otherwise be in the case. Obviously, under such conditions, digestion of protein foods is incomplete or too slow. The result is excessive putrefaction of protein and, in some instances, gas and digestive distress. The salt habit is a deadly habit. Break it. People undoubtedly would not add inorganic salt to their food if they were never taught to do so in the first place. The taste for salt is an acquired one. When salt is eliminated from the diet for a short time, the craving for it ceases. It is only during the first few weeks after the table salt is discontinued that it is really missed. After that, abstinence is of little difficulty. In fact, many of my health students who have broken the deadly salt habit write me that now they cannot stand salted foods. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. You'll start to taste it in foods too, especially if it's highly saturated in it. When someone serves them salted food, it gives them an abnormal thirst for liquids. Many outstanding heart specialists heartily endorse a no salt diet. To satisfy the acquired craving for salt in food, there are excellent salt substitutes that are sodium free. In the Bragg home, we use powdered sea kelp, herb, and vegetable seasonings. Sea kelp, an excellent salt substitute. In my opinion, sea kelp is the ideal salt substitute. It gives all food, salads, vegetables, meats, fish, etc., a tangy state. Granular sea kelp may be purchased at any health food store. There are also many herbs with which you may flavor your food as a substitute for ordinary salt. Pure garlic powder, for example, makes an excellent seasoner. Lemon juice is particularly good for seasoning meat and fish. Take a lesson from famous French chefs. The marvelous flavor of world renowned French dishes is achieved by the skillful use of onions, garlic, mushrooms, and herbs, not with salt. French cooking is called rich, but it is a richness of taste, not of content. The best French chefs use very little fat and very little salt, and some use no salt at all. Peace, peace. Nice heart. Your taste buds will tell you, this is key, your taste buds will tell you. After you give up salt, you will appreciate the natural flavor of foods. I was born and reared in the South where salt was used plentifully in the seasoning of nearly all foods. My 260 taste buds were conditioned to the heavy taste of salt. At the age of 16, I was a victim of TB and was placed in a nature sanatorium in Switzerland. Dr. Rollier, who operated this sanatorium, was against salt in the diet. At my first taste buds rebelled. At first, my taste buds rebelled, but no salt was permitted. So I re educated my taste buds to a saltless diet. Any bad habit is difficult to overcome at first, and the salt habit surely had me in its clutches. But once my taste buds learned the difference, for the first time in my life, I started to taste and enjoy the real natural flavors of food. Now I cannot stand to eat salted foods of any kind. That is why it is difficult for me to eat out in a restaurant because all food in commercial establishments is usually heavily salted. But I have solved that problem too. When I go into the restaurant, I simply say, do not salt any food of mine. I order a la carte, my special salad of mixed fresh vegetables, and my other dishes prepared to my instructions, no salt. Some health minded people use sea salt rather than common salt. There is absolutely no difference between these two salts. They are both inorganic and both loaded with deadly sodium chloride. After you have discarded salt from your diet, your 260 taste buds will tell you the difference. They will become very keen and sensitive and will reject salty foods. You will really begin to enjoy tasting all the natural flavors of food. Our natural foods contain plenty of organic sodium. Organic sodium is one of the 16 minerals that are necessary to have perfect mineral balance in the human body. Sodium is the most plentiful organic mineral found in all fruits and vegetables, especially beets and celery. You may be assured that by eating a balanced diet with a wide variety of natural foods, you will have plenty of organic sodium. Again, let me warn you, if you want a powerful, long lasting heart, put down that salt shaker and never pick it up again. Don't overeat. Very key. Remember, our stomach is about the size of our fists. Don't overeat. Second, after second, minute after minute, hour after hour, day after day, our faithful, loyal heart is working to keep us alive. In our waking hours as well as our sleeping time, our heart takes only a sixth of a second to rest between beats. The hardest work the heart has to do right after the individual has eaten. The bigger the meal, the more work it has to do in pumping vast quantities of blood into the digestive tract. Overeating puts more strain on the heart than any other one thing. Many people load up on 10-course dinner and afterwards suffer a heart attack. Overeating is a vicious habit that can only lead to a serious set of consequences. You should always get up from the table feeling that you could eat a little more. We'll pause right here. Continue back with how to keep your heart healthy and fit by Paul C. Bragg and Patricia Bragg. I'm your narrator and moderator, Uriel NEVEU. I want to thank you for joining us today. I will keep posting the reads. We are almost finished with the book and with this month. So, highest heart love, honor to all. We wish you to have a great day. And remember, if you are here listening still, thank you. Remember, take a walk, go outside, look up, and see what you see. It's going to resonate with you in certain ways. Peace, peace. Highest heart love. Thank you, guys. You're awesome. Thank you. Peace, peace. Yay. We just did it. This is part 22. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.